So you want to buy a laptop within a budget, and you're confused that among all the options which are available, which laptop would be the best value for money purchase for you. The good news is I will help you out in your decision to find out which laptop you should buy. Now, before continuing, if you like such type of videos or you felt that this video was helpful, you know the rest. Let's get started. So the first thing that we'll talk about in this video is I want you to think that when you're purchasing a laptop, for how long do you intend to use it? Also, ask yourself that what features you feel would be most important in your laptop purchase. In this video, we'll be thinking that we are purchasing a laptop for at least 3 years plus, and the laptop range should be in around 40 to 45,000. We need to future proof our purchase by selecting a laptop which has a decent processor, RAM and storage options available. Let's start with the processor. First thing that I would like to inform you that laptop processors are not as powerful as compared to their desktop cousins. Here there are two main competitors in the processor market. They are Team Red and Team Blue, which is AMD's Ryzen versus Intel's Core i3, i5 or i7. So now if you look at higher end gaming laptops like in the range of say 60 to 70,000, there's one thing which is common there. They would either have a processor which is an i5 8th generation, 10th generation, or an AMD's Ryzen 5 3500U or 3550. So then the question arises from these processors, which one would be better for you? Now, enough talking, let me show you some images so that you can yourself see how these processors fare out against each other. We'll be now comparing AMD's Ryzen 5 3500U CPU with the Intel's Core i5, both the 8th generation and the 10th generation. So here we can see in a snapshot that why the Ryzen 5 3500U CPU scores 80 points, followed by 77, which is with the i5 10th generation. On the performance front, all these three CPUs are a quad-core CPU with 8 threads. The base clock speed of the Ryzen 5 is higher than the Intel's, and in the fourth point you can see that the turbo clock speed is higher of the i5 10th generation. Okay, the two main things in this page is the GPU clock speed, in which the Ryzen 5 is a clear winner, and the next is the fourth point, which is semiconductor size. The Ryzen 5 is thinner, or you can say smaller CPU, due to which it has faster processing capabilities. So in the images before, you could clearly see that the Ryzen 5 CPU, which mainly is the 3500U in case of laptops, clearly beats the Intel's i3 processors, even though if we are comparing it with an i3 10th generation. So this puts a clear picture before us that the Ryzen 5 3000 series chipset is better than the i3 series. That's that. Moving on to the i5 series, we can see that AMD's Ryzen 3500U processor also beats the Intel's Core i5 processor, but the 8th generation. The 10th generation i5 puts up a decent fight with the Ryzen 5, giving them pretty close experience. So in this case, if you either go for an Intel i5 10th generation or AMD's Ryzen 5 3500 CPU, they would be on par. So in this case, you could choose whichever laptop you feel would be better. So the next thing to look out for in a laptop is a dedicated graphics card. Now, most of the laptops which we will be reviewing will just have an integrated graphic card. Like in case of the AMD, it would be Vega Graphics, most probably Vega Graphics 8, and in case of Intel, it would be Intel's integrated graphics. Now, for day-to-day use, both of these would suffice just well. However, if you're focusing on something pure gaming, it would be beneficial to you to have a dedicated graphic card. Even a 2 GB dedicated graphic card would be better than nothing. So, in that case, when you're choosing your laptop for gaming purposes, be sure to at least keep an eye out if the laptop has a dedicated graphic card or not. The next thing what we have to look out for while choosing our most VFM laptop is the RAM. Most of the Most of the laptops in this range will either come with a 4 GB RAM. Some of them will also come with an 8 GB RAM. The thing what I would recommend to you as a personal opinion is go for a laptop which has decent RAM according to you, but should also have a RAM expansion slot so that in the future, when softwares get more heavy and demand more of memory, you can always opt to upgrade instead of going and buying a new laptop altogether. The last point for my this video would be storage. Now, honestly, there's a lot of debate between HDDs or SDDs, and obviously, I'm making one thing clear: SDDs are faster than HDDs. There's no denying that. If you look at the budget laptops, most of the laptops there will only have a 256 GB or 512 GB SSD. And in case of HDDs, they would have a 1 TB HDD. So coming back to my point, choose either SSD or HDD based on your usage. Now, in case you are a gamer, I do get that SSDs would be fine, but then you'll have to also consider that nowadays games usually consume a lot of space. So at one point of time you are going to run out. If you're a media consumer like just songs, videos and movies, then go for an HDD. Even though it's a bit slow, it's more than enough for your consumption needs. And who really cares how fast your laptop can boot up? Okay, so if you're planning for gaming, editing, then yes, I am also agreeing that SSDs would be better. What you can also see is that many laptops come with a configuration of both 1 TB SSD and a small SSD, either 256 or 512 if you're lucky. So that's my views on the HDD and SSDs. Okay, now finally, so I'll just show you some laptops on the screen here, which according to me are good buys. You can just go through them once. Be sure to go to their websites, check out the specifications, and see according to your usage which one would suit you the best.
Most of these laptops will be in a range of between say 45 to 50,000. However, I would like you to visit your local shops since you'll most probably get a better discount and a better rate there. So in the fifth place we have the Asus VivoBook 15. Now this comes with an Core i5 8th generation processor which is older and slower compared to the rest. However, you also get a 2 GB dedicated graphic card along with 8 GB of RAM. So if you're on a tight budget, this could be a good purchase for you. In the fourth place we have the Lenovo IdeaPad 3. Now this comes with an updated i5 10th generation processor. So if you only want a Intel processor, then this will be the good buy for you. It comes with also 8 GB of RAM. In the third place we have the HP 15S, and this comes with the Ryzen 3500 chipset, which is in my opinion better than the i5 10th generation. It also comes with 8 GB of RAM. In the second place comes the Lenovo 110 IdeaPad S340. Now this is a very good laptop. As you can see, the price is quite low compared to even the previous laptops. Also it comes with a Ryzen 5 3500 chipset, 8 GB of RAM, 1 TB HDD and also a SSD. This laptop should be sufficient for most of your usage. However, if you are planning on doing a lot of gaming in your laptop, then in that case we have the laptop which comes in the first place, which is the Asus TUF FX 505 laptop. This is also a Ryzen 5 CPU with 8 GB of RAM, 1 TB hard disk, 128 GB SSD and also a AMD Radeon RX 560X 4 GB graphic card. So this would be the top pick if you're planning on gaming. However, regarding the styling, I do guess it feels a bit bulky. So if you have a higher budget, you can also go for the HP Pavilion Gaming Ryzen 5. You can see the details on the screen.
If you're still watching this video, you probably found it helpful. If that's the case, be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel for more of such videos. You can also check out my other video in which I help you decide which is the best budget phone you can buy under 25,000. The link will be in the top corner right there. Okay, so lastly, after you finish, you have selected which laptop you want to buy, I would recommend that you at least once visit your local retail shops, because chances are most of the stocks online will be sold out due to the current situation and the surge in demand for laptops. if you visit your local store, you'll most probably get the laptop you actually want at a pretty great rate along with good offers. So guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. This is James from MrKunnel signing out. I'll see you all guys in the next one.